Hello everyone, my name is Jamie. I'm the founder of Reunited Games, and welcome to my first student vlog. I just started my second month at Full Sail University, where I'm going for my bachelor's in game development. Currently, I'm still in my general education classes, as I am only a month in, but I only have two different classes for this month. That's going to be Psychology of Play and Pre-Calculus. I'm not going to touch up on the Pre-Calculus courses because you could pretty much expect it to just be math, and that's probably not what you're here for. However, if it is what you're here for, there are plenty of resources here on YouTube to help you guys with calculus and pre-cal. I would recommend the Professor Leonard series videos of math that I found. He seems to be pretty knowledgeable on the subject, and he has full courses on it. So a quick synopsis for month one, all I really did was do create a presentation class. They went over how to present properly, how to make slideshows, and why I might need slideshows in my future career. As a game developer, I'm going to need to make presentations. As a game developer, I'm going to need to make presentations to my employer if I am working for a company or whatever the reason, where I'm like, oh, this is my idea for a game. This is my main character, and I continue to present my ideas. It could just be functions for a game. It doesn't have to be a whole game itself, but you get the idea. Create a presentation might not seem the most, oh man, we need that. But in reality, it does help you get your point across. It helps you seem more energetic as you're talking to your potential employer. And it's all good concepts to keep in mind, which is why it's in general education. Essentially, I had three main assignments. First one was writing an essay of some sort. The second one was doing an analysis audio clip for advertisements. I could choose whichever one I wanted as long as it was intended for the public. I went with the Doritos Time Machine video, but I also talked about doing Jack Link's beef jerky commercials. It was a fun assignment. And the last assignment for that class was to do a official TED Talk presentation over my favorite thing. Essentially, that favorite thing had to be something the general public could go view. So I did mine on Kingdom Hearts game series and had to go over a synopsis of what the game was about, how it connected to Disney and different things that could be interesting to the everyday person, as well as a call of action as to how people can get into that series. Fast forward to this month, where I just finished my first week of Psychology of Play. For those who don't know, Psychology of Play essentially is exactly what it sounds. It goes over how the brain functions with and without playing in its life, and how we can use play to our advantage to help grow our brains. The first assignment was just to go over a questionnaire that's about myself, my play style, what I came to school for, all that good stuff. They give you details and requirements on what they want from you when responding, but other than that, it was just a questionnaire. The second assignment for this month is a little more interesting, and it is to complete 2 out of 4 quests that they give you. The first quest option is to create a before and after image panel of your creative workspace. So like for me, I used my computer setup. I used PC monitor, desk, iPad, work binder, and so on. You get the idea. They essentially wanted before and after pictures on what it used to be, what it is now, what you're planning on making it. If you don't have it your setup yet, you could just take a picture of a corner of a wall and then just draw on that picture. That was fine too. The second quest option was for you to create a weekly planner. I drew that terribly. Essentially, it gave you however many days in the week to create 3 tasks for each day, to create your style of play for each day, to create a fitness you're going to do for each day, and then it gave you another questionnaire based off some reading material. The third quest they call kidulting, which I know that sounds ridiculous word, but they wanted you to create a presentation or a infographic kind of scene to show how you used to play as a kid to how you currently play as an adult, to see if there was a connection in some way. Like for me, I probably would have been like, oh, I used to play with action figures and toys a lot. That grew to collecting Pokemon's collectible figurines, being a nerd. Which brings us to the fourth quest option, which is probably easiest out of all of them. That's going to be the crest of play that they want you to make. They want you to create a crest or emblem, I guess you could say, to incorporate your different play styles inside of it. So I'm going to show you mine here. I essentially use Captain America's shield as a base and then added some cool looking wings to it that I designed myself. I then traced over a mouse and keyboard for creating different worlds, like coding, creating worlds, being creative. Storytelling is a design of like my Dungeons and Dragons style. Co-op is not on the list, but I believe it should be because I enjoy playing the most with my wife. I enjoy playing with my friends. So co-op, I think, should be some kind of form on that list, but it wasn't. So that was extra. And then collecting, I essentially just took a picture and traced over my Pokemon shelf up there. So I did the personality crest, and then I also did the creative workspace, which actually I can probably show you as well. There you go. My creative workspace before, creative workspace after I added the extra desk. Sadly, I think I'm going to get rid of this desk because it's not sturdy at all, but you get my point. Then I also went ahead and did a third option, which was the weekly planner. I wanted to try and get some extra credit, or I also kind of thought it was just fun to do because I already kind of gamify what I like to do for day to day. That's what this little notebook is for. I write my tasks down, scrape them off when I do it. It helps you feel like you're accomplishing things even when they're small and minor things. So that's my tip to you guys, I guess. But to be fair, I did get it from Pirate Software, so I guess that's his tip that I'm passing along to you guys. In between all the assignments, there is of course reading material, and there's videos that they expect you to watch, going over the psychology of how we as a species need play to increase our brain and help them develop properly. I think that's gonna be it for this week, guys. Let me know if you have any questions as I progress through to next Sunday when I upload next week's assignments and everything. Thank you all for watching, I guess, and I look forward to what comes next.